In order to understand word problems, one could list and label the numbers appearing in the problems. That actually is easier to understand if after the long modifying phrase, in order to understand word problems, comma, one could list and label the numbers appearing in the problems. Of course, we need our end punctuation mark as well. It's a statement, so we're going to use our period. So now this reads, in order to understand word problems, one could list and label the numbers appearing in the problems. The baseball team, which included a few teenagers, won the trophy. That person standing in front of you is my mother. All right, in the very first sentence, we need an end punctuation. The clue for that is the capital and then another capital here. The baseball team, which includes a few teenagers, won the trophy. So I'm going to end punctuation here. Now let's take a look and see if we can find subjects and verbs in this. The baseball team, which included a few teenagers, won the trophy. Okay, I have the word won. That's a verb. You can do that. Well, here's another one, included. So now I have two verbs in here. I'm suspecting that there's going to be a complicated sentence structure with these verbs being that far apart from each other. The baseball team, well, did the team do something? Because that's a noun that could function as a subject. Well, the team won. So this subject right here goes with this verb. The team won. Well, in the middle here we have which included a few teenagers. This clause has a subject and a verb in it as well. The beginning of it, which, also functions as the subject of this particular clause. Since team is connected with one, which included a few teenagers, is another clause. In fact, we don't really need to know that the baseball team had teenagers on it. It really didn't matter what ages they were. The team itself won the trophy. So this is what's called a non-restrictive clause, because it could easily be removed from the sentence altogether, and the sentence could still make sense. So we are going to offset this non-restrictive clause with commas on either end of it, which included a few teenagers. It's interesting to have it in there. It gives more flavor and detail to the sentence, but it's non-restrictive. It isn't absolutely necessary for the meaning of the sentence. And non-restrictive clauses are isolated with commas on either side of them. The baseball team, which included a few teenagers, won the trophy. My voice inflection is going down. It is ending with a period. In this example, that person standing in front of you is my mother. Well, we have subject, that person is. There's our subject and verb here. In this case, standing in front of you absolutely has to be in the sentence for this to make sense. If we just said that person is my mother, you'd go like, which person? But the one standing in front of you, oh, that points out who it is. So this is called a restrictive clause, where the clause is absolutely necessary for the meaning of the sentence. No commas are needed in that case, because you need that part in order for the whole sentence to make sense. That person standing in front of you is my mother. We would happily put on an end mark, though.